La corombula, oh corombula mea, vente ad fenestora, ad insomnia foruna, o caravaria lunae, neve plumam for deta, neki am complexum capias bona, somnia saluna. Alright, welcome in, guys. Hope you all are having a good Sunday. And I don't know why Genshin isn't. Oh, Genshin's finally up. Let's we're gonna go ahead and do our artifact runs as per usual. Finish up some weeklies. Use our weekly resin. We got 5 condensed resin to burn. So we'll go ahead and do that. Also, I should remember to use my parametric. Remember to use your parametrics, my friends. Let's see here. Berries. By the way, huge thank you to everybody who's been sort of hanging out and streaming and watching so far. We finally did hit affiliate eligibility. Seems like after yesterday's stream, so thank you everyone for hanging out. It's been what's it been? What, 5 years since I first started streaming? A little under 5 years. I technically only started regularly streaming, I want to say in 2023. Maybe streaming from time to time. Before that. Congrats on the affiliate. Hey, welcome in Jackson as well. Yeah. We're not an affiliate yet, but we've hit the eligibility. I have to like sign some forms and stuff, and I gotta read these terms and conditions. You know, there's always terms and conditions for doing things. But it is a big milestone, and I appreciate all of you guys being here. Actually, I do need to salvage these, I guess, because I have too many artifacts. Doo-doo-doo. Wait, what? You got affiliated? No, 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 no. I didn't get affiliate. We made it to qualify for Twitch affiliate status, basically. So that's been a long time coming. Because as you've noticed on my channel, you should not. Nobody has been able to sub or like, you know, donate or do any sort of like normal stream stuff. And you will also notice my viewers do not have ads. We never have ads running because I don't make any money from Twitch. I reckon the raid had something to do with it. Yeah, the raid, the big raid from NFSBA Angelina really helped a ton. Because like, I think we averaged, like, that stream pulled up my average by like insane amount, even if it was like what, like 100 people came in the raid, and even if like there were only like 15 lurkers, it was still like a ton. So that helped a ton. Time to stay forever and audio only to remove ads. Wait, what? Easy? What is this? Wait, does audio only actually remove ads, or do you still hear the ads? I feel like that would be kind of some. I feel like that would be kind of a miss on Twitch to be like, actually, you know. No, I don't hear ads in audio. Oh, interesting. Like not on any channel, Brushy, or like I mean on my channel you never get ads anyway, but um any channel? That's kind of crazy. I feel like that's kind of a loophole. You just wanna but I guess most people don't watch audio only. I guess it doesn't make sense to watch audio only. Most people watch rather than just listen, is what I meant to say. Um, that's good to know. Interesting. I do think audio only is only on mobile, right? Like it's only available for mobile. You can't do audio only if you're on PC. Is that right? I've never seen that option come up when I watch Twitch on PC, but I've only seen it when like I'm in mobile, which is kind of like because there are a lot of times like I just want to put on the stream and like listen rather than like because I'm doing like other stuff, right? Like I'm playing Genshin or like some other game, but I like to put on like a stream and just like chill out, hang out with folks. But they don't have that option in PC, which is kind of sad. I watch right now, but like I said, the stream will just constantly buffer. Yeah, especially if you're on like phone. Although I don't really have that issue on my phone though, interestingly. Is it mostly like your data is decent though? It says 5G 4 out of 5 bars. Yeah, I know sometimes it just depends on it's not so much like your data plan, but the connect how do I put it? Like the connectivity or like the I can watch YouTube at 1080 144 without issues. Yeah, it's not the same thing, I think. When it comes to streaming, I think it's slightly different from how YouTube organizes like their how you're downloading the media and how they're organizing the packets. Because at least YouTube well, YouTube probably has figured something out that's better than what Twitch has when it comes to like streaming. But I've also noticed that YouTube streams, I don't know if you've tried YouTube streams or maybe you're just talking about videos, but I've noticed that YouTube streams do have a little bit more of a delay than Twitch streams. Let's say if the same creator is streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, the YouTube one is always just a couple of seconds slower than the Twitch one. And I think it's because YouTube is doing a better job at like you know processing and rendering those little packets of videos just slightly better, whereas Twitch is a bit more raw, so it's just coming through it with a lot less of that processing. And so bring back 360p for us peasants. Oh my gosh. So it definitely does put like more of a strain on my PC though, like the 360p thing. I can bring it back, but like it's I don't know, I feel like my compromise was that the stream used to be 1080, but I did tune it down to 720 to help that a little bit. That was my compromise. It was definitely taking a lot of load on my PC, especially when I was playing Wilds. Wilds definitely runs a lot better when I'm not multi-streaming. YouTube is a lot more merciless with the DMCA strikes too. It takes about 10 minutes to your stream gets shut down. Oh my gosh. I can see that because YouTube has like a pretty aggressive, what do we call it? Like a copyright detector algorithm. Actually, give me a sec. Let me get our comfy music back up. Um, don't you guys just love not cry music? Just it just feels so fresh and nice. The nice thing about Twitch is at least even if you're playing like copyrighted music, as long as you change the channels in the VOD, like you won't really get struck or anything. It doesn't come through on the VOD. No more space for Jerry and Chili. What is this? Oh yeah. And just as I entered, I remembered that we still have a Gaia story quest to finish, so we'll go ahead and do that as well today. And still the last part of the, not story quest, the Hangout event. You know the funny thing is that in the Japanese, the Hangout events are called date events. It's like literally called Deito Ibento. That's so weird. Speed test says I 115 down. Yeah, but I don't think it's about the download speed. I think it's more related to like the consistency of the connection when it comes to the stream. And so like you could have like the fastest download speed, but if the what do you call it? Like if the consistency or the latency, I don't know whether the correct term is latency, but like if it's not there, what zero jitter according to the test. Well, it's specifically Twitch, right? So it depends on how Twitch is sending those packets. I raised my right hand in solidarity. Solidarity or what? Hey, welcome in, Lihan. Also, are you streaming right now, Lihan? Why are you... Wait, what? Hold on. Are you streaming right now? I thought you were playing like Call of Duty or something. Or did you just finish? And I ended to go Eve, cousin. Oh, okay, okay. Well, enjoy your dinner, Lihan. Hope you guys have a good nom noms. I ate bad all vacation, bro. TT. What do you mean by ate bad? Well, over my Christmas break, I got like a really bad bout of food poisoning. So if anyone ate bad, I ate pretty bad. Like I think at that week of Christmas on the Monday, like I don't know what I ate, but like it hurt so bad, and like I spent the whole week like recovering from it. GG's. I don't have a home connection doesn't have issues. It must be a combination of mobile data and bitrate. Yeah, it's it's phones when it comes to mobile data, it's always weird. Like you could have the fastest speeds, but if you're just in an area where the connection, maybe it's like the cell phone towers or something, just doesn't jive well with Twitch. It just doesn't work. Um, I've definitely noticed that quite a bit. Which is why I think like mobile. I mean, mobile data is probably like fine if you're in like a big city, and there are like a bunch of cell phone towers around everywhere, because that basically means you can like rely. There's a lot of redundancy essentially, and redundancy is super important when it comes to like connections, because that means like if there's like a one what do you call it, like a point, one of the nodes drop at one point, there's always like a backup that you can stream, that the stream can connect to. But if you're living in an area where there's only like one point of failure, then as soon as there's any interference, you just don't get a very consistent stream. So definitely notice like mobile data not working very well in more rural areas. Even if there is a bar, it's likely just not that I guess consistent.
無双の風シミュレート6308風の神よ我らを導きたまえやっ
Sometimes it's also a throttle, like if the cell phone tower or that area just has a throttle limit, it can throttle your connection without you actually doing anything. And that could just be like the limits of the physical infrastructure in place. It could be like set up to like prevent like one device from hogging all the bandwidth essentially, especially if it's shared by other businesses and things like that. Also, yes, I know I'm streaming a little bit late today. Although technically 5 p.m. is technically my normal stream time. I just spent most of the afternoon playing Wilds, but also I spent most of the morning going on a run at our local park. Kacha kacha. You had a stream schedule? Yes, in my about section. If you on my Twitch, you can see my stream schedule. It is technically 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. Although I generally do sometimes stream earlier when I feel like it, or if I have time. But generally, it's only 5 p.m. Kappa. Oh, also, with the live stream, they finally confirmed, I think, there's no 4-star lantern right character, no new ones. So we can actually get Gaming this time, which I'm pretty excited about because I actually have really good, somehow managed to get some really good Crimson Witch artifacts, right? I think the other day I was rolling these Crimson Witch artifacts, and he's like the first character I have that would even use this set. And did we get everything? Yeah, we got like pretty good pyro damage goblet, pretty good crit damage hat, pretty good flower. Either of these flowers are not bad. And then like a pretty insane flower here. The feather I think could be improved maybe. But it's honestly like really good already. Like all of these stats are like super useful for Gaming. Wait, why is there a lullaby in your about section, Lamal? You trying to put us in? No, that's the Columbina lullaby. It's my new stream stream starting soon screen. That's why it's there. It's you can sing along now. Gaming or Yanfei? Yeah, a lot of people have been telling me Gaming though. They're like Gaming is like the best. And I guess they're probably right. And I'm talking about C0 here, by the way, right? So this word join request, this person called Oni fans. Oh my gosh. Oni fans. Actually Lamal. Although Yanfei is technically, I probably would enjoy Yanfei's gameplay better, but there's like 2 Oni, Cat Gem, there's like 2 Oni in Genshin. Saber, is it raining over there? No, I don't think it's raining. It might be drizzling, I don't know. But it's too dark for me to tell whether it's raining or not. If it's raining, it's not loud. Then it should only be a drizzle. But it's probably not raining if I don't hear anything. Yeah, it was always raining Kappa. It's not actually true though. What? For the longest time, I thought you were in Cali. I did live in SoCal for a long time. But the wildfires, man, like, I can't. I can't with the wildfires. There was one time we had a wildfire like so bad, like, I don't know, it looked like Armageddon for like a couple weeks. Gender review? Wait, what? SR Wildfire? What are you guys talking about? Oh, is that song request? Is that a song? Wait, Nani? Is Wildfire a song? I guess it should be at this point. Yes, Wildfire Hoyo Mix. Oh, wait. Is that the name of Arlecchino's theme? Is that the name of Arlecchino's theme? I don't remember what the name of her theme was. Was it named? Wasn't it called Ember Fire? No, Arlecchino's name is called Ember Fire. Oh no, it's in Hong Star Rail. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All good. I don't know Star Rail. Also, did Star Rail finally release like that that patch that they were delaying because of the Japan incident, or is it still like on hold? Saber, who are you choosing Lantern? Right? Yeah, we were just kind of talking about it. We're considering the 4 characters I do not have yet on the Lantern Right selector are in order of supposed value, I guess. Gaming, Yanfei, Chongyun, and Yunjin. Or if I want to say it in Japanese, it's Gaming, Enhi, Choun, and Unki. Unkin. I don't know, ask Lihan. Yunjin will go hard. Yunjin will be like, I mean, I actually really like Yunjin's design, but I don't see her using her in any situation anywhere. The only place I use Yunjin is in TCG. Kappa. I actually only use her in TCG. Although she is pretty good in TCG, not gonna lie. But a lot of people have been telling me to choose Gaming, and it kind of makes sense. Like the weasel boss in Abyss is gonna annoy me to no end if I don't pick Gaming. Yanfei is just kind of a nice to have. Chongyun would be really good against like electro shields, but they've kind of stopped putting like those Abyss Lecter cryo, like Abyss Electro Lecter enemies in Abyss, and honestly anywhere else in the content, so probably okay. I guess he's like really good against Iniquitous Baptist. That does come in time to time, but yeah, Humming. Kappa just choose Zibai. Zibai's actually pretty hot, not gonna lie. She gives me a lot of mommy Ningguang vibes, but like white. She's like white Ningguang. Zibai is gonna drain me and out of the game. Wait, what? Yeah, Zibai looks pretty cool. And the fact that like Lunar Crystallize also acts as a Geo Construct seems pretty cool. Is Ningguang Pro Max, basically. That's me accept, but replace the 5 with Nicole. Let's go, Nicole! That's where you're at, Jackson. Your head's in the right spot. Guys, we're gonna C6 Nicole, trust. Nicole will be my first C6 character. Honestly, I didn't like Nicole in her teaser, but like after like she appeared in the Art Conquest and started talking, like she's pretty cute. Oh yeah, very honest. Me when I add to my C10 collection, Nicole is so goofy, I love her. Wait, C10 collection? Why do you have C10s? Yeah, Nicole is kind of a goof. And then she has this like cute blush for some reason. I have a bit of a concern that it might be a Jabate though. It might be a Jabate. Because technically Columbina should be the strongest character released in the Not Cry patches. In 6.x, Columbina should be the strongest character. So I'm not entirely sure about Nicole. Nicole will probably be the second strongest character, question mark. Unless they really like go all in on Varka, but I don't know. Mihoyo doesn't treat the husbandos very well. Don't be a meta slave, Saber. I'm not being a meta slave, I'm just saying. Columbina's also like cute enough. She gets the cute tick mark in my books. Plus, this time she has eyes, so we're okay. This time she has eyes. Although I'm not sure about her eyes though. Her eyes seem a bit blank. Is it just me? Like her eyes looked a bit blank in the trailer. Dead fish eyes. Yeah, exactly. my Couldn't they have added like some moon art in her eyes? That's up or something like. I don't like the not cry gleam mechanic. You gotta bring 2 not cries or you're gonna cry. Ah, okay, yeah, the ascendant gleam stuff, yeah. Whoa. Yeah, that's the only like downside I think. What I've heard is that Columbino will require another not cry unit. So I mean I have Ino, but like Ino's Hydro, so it's like why would I have double Hydro on the team? It doesn't make sense. So unless they give Yahoda for free. Honestly, like who else do you think they'll give for free in like the later Luna patch? Maybe Iluga? Is Iluga 4-star? I think it was 4-star, right? Hafka eyes. Look, alright, thanks for the look, Ian. At least they only require you to bring 2 not cry characters and not more than that, but I was hoping like Columbina just counts as 2 not cry characters on her own. That's kind of what I was hoping. But it doesn't seem like she does. Because then you just have to like pull one character and you'll get the benefits of like all of them. Right. But it sounds like they're definitely like gating the gleam requirements pretty harshly. I mean Natlan had Night Soul as well, which is like kind of forcing us all to use Natlan units anyway, so I'm glad it's not like Night Soul 2.0. I'm glad it's like less restrictive than Night Soul. But I do agree that I generally don't like characters with like team restrictions. Like very arbitrarily like shoved in team restrictions. Especially when we have like endgames like Imaginarium where like the ability to flexibly swap characters around and like find different synergies is kind of like a big part of the game, to be honest. And like just taking away the player's agency to be able to mix and match characters, I think it's kind of a bit of a feels bad. No, Night Soul feels equally bad. I feel like Night Soul was worse, right? Like Night Soul you kind of just well, I guess Night Soul didn't require you to have like 2 Natlan characters. You could just use 1 Natlan character if you really wanted. Yeah, definitely not worse. I will say maybe it's more like the enemy mechanic that is tougher on like Nordcry. It's because like the enemy mechanic is like if you don't reach Ascendant Gleam you don't get this benefit on countering the Wild Hunt folks. That one's really annoying. And like on the Natlan side, like you didn't really have like enemies that required Night Soul to beat. There was the like Mimiflora, Tenebris, Mimiflora, Flore, Tenebris. I don't know what you call it. The Night Soul shield stuff, but those could be destroyed by like normal elemental hits. You didn't technically need Night Soul. You could just use fast elemental hits. Yeah, exactly. You could just use fast reactions. At least Night Soul has something to do with powers and works by itself. Gleam just feels race dependent and a single character doesn't reach the full potential. Yeah, exactly. You kind of need like 2 characters to unleash a single character's potential. I think that's the issue there. Whereas Night Soul is kind of like, well, every character can like do their own Night Soul stuff. But I think Mabika was the only main one that like had a bunch of benefits for like multiple Night Soul. Beyond that, I think the artifact set would work, even if you only had like 1. You know. Night Soul character in your party. Yeah, but how big is your fridge? I mean, it's big enough. It's definitely bigger than I use. I don't use a lot of my fridge because I realized like I don't actually like I like fresher food, so I don't actually put too many things in there. I freeze a lot of stuff though, if I really have a lot. But I try to like I have a grocery store like right downstairs, across the street, which is really convenient. So there's really like no point for me like to like stock up very much. Blins felt like trash in IT without second knock, right? That is kind of trash. Yeah, that is. I can see that. That's crazy, bro. Wait, what's crazy? The size of my fridge or the fact that I have a grocery store downstairs? The fridge isn't actually that big. It's just like normal size fridge. I don't think it's like... It's not like bigger than most fridges. I'll say Niso was equally bad at best. Huh. So you think Not Cry is worse? I could see that. Well, let me think. I think it's mainly because like the 4-star... Let me think. Like between like the 4-star Night Soul characters, like versus the 4-star Not Cry characters. Like I know... Yeah, this one's kind of lame. Like she has a passive talent, and like the moon sign just like sort of takes up the passive talent, but it actually doesn't do anything for her until like this is just like a race. Hey, you're from Not Cry, haha. You get this random talent, but it's kind of like a... And then the 5-star Not Cry characters like have an actual talent, and that one's just like an added on line at the bottom. Whereas Aino just doesn't have... She's basically missing one talent. Like I feel like the 4-star Not Cry characters are just like worse than the 4-star Natlan characters that came out. Besides Kachina, of course. Kachina is like, okay. What are you doing here? But Auroron feels really good to play. Especially in Electro Charge teams. Feels super solid. And I think Aoife as well. If we ever get a free Aoife's gonna feel amazing to play. Oh, also about Columbina, I think Llama and Aoife were overtuned for their corresponding DPS, so Columbina doesn't have much room for support without blowing well past Malvika's damage. If they do that, then HP inflation will get worse. I heard she's gonna be really strong though. Right? Didn't like the latest beta like... I don't know, I've heard that she's gonna be really strong. I don't know if she will be Malvika level strong. But if she's Malvika level strong as an off-fielder, then she's stronger than Malvika. Because that means that you could run Malvika with her. And basically have two Malvikas. No, there's no pyro lunar reaction. There's no pyro lunar reaction. Sag. Hey, but why not? Pyro over vape? Over vape? We'll see. But if she's like Malvika... Wait, couldn't you run like a skirt team though? I guess there's no lunar freeze. Sag. What else can you run? You could run Cloran. You could run a Cloran DPS. That'd be pretty strong. No, I mean adding Columbina to Flint plus Nefer plus Llama will make those teams blow past... Way past premium Malvika team. Oh really? I could see them doing that though. Columbina will complete the Not Cry wheelchair for my account in addition to Llama and then Nefer Not Cry wheelchair. They're already close without Columbina. Ah, I see. Well, then again, Malvika is like one 5-star. Well, When you say like Mavika's damage, we're talking about Mavika, Sitlali, Shilonen, right? Just so that we're on the same page here. So like the level of investment is similar in terms of like the number of 5 stars. Oh 07 my Mav. You're C6, so you're good, broski. Is that Mavika Premium? So yes, her melt team. I don't know what her premium melt team is. Is it Mavika, Benny, Sitlali, Shilonen? Is that her premium team? Is Benny in there? Or is Yansan in there? I don't remember. Yes. Okay, so Benny. I can't remember whether Benny or Yansan's better for her. But I guess if it's melt, you can't run Yansan's. Yeah, I guess Yansan is probably more for Varesa with the overload stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. I actually regret not getting Sitlali low-key. Sitlali was probably the only character I was very close to pulling for in Outland. The only reason I didn't really is because she only works well with Malvika and I wasn't gonna pull Malvika, question mark. Final spot is either Yansa or Shilonen. She only gives defense threat, so I opted it. That makes sense. Defense threat is pretty important.
6308式ユニット風よ私へい7号式モジュール
Benny already gets plenty of attack, true. Now does Benny give more attack at higher constellations? Or does my C0 Benny technically give the same amount of attack as other people's Bennies? Rest shred. Oh yeah, I guess rest shred, not defense shred. There are very few defense shredders, right? I think Raiden has some defense shred, but only for herself. And then Lisa has some defense shred on her bursts. I feel like there's not a lot of defense shred. Now the burst level matters for Benny attack boost. Okay, so just the +3 from like one of his cons. Yo, why Mirror Maiden so tanky? Bro, that's what all these people have been saying. There are all these like random. I read this random Reddit post about like some new player entering Inazuma and complaining about why the HP is such an increase, and I'm like, yep, we all been there, done that. I think a lot of us when we first started Inazuma, especially as a day one player, like, or even not as a day one player, like whenever like you were like high level enough to like explore Inazuma, suddenly like the HP like inflated a lot in the overworld. Especially the Mirror Maiden, like they were like chonky. As chonky as their model. Like they were also like really tall for some reason, like. Yes, they were very chonky, yeah indeed. And there were so many times like they appeared in like Abyss and I just wanted to like destroy them so bad. That's not a fat shame. No. I'm not calling them fat, I'm calling them well nourished. Enkonomiya release was scary since healers were scarce and my account had no level 90s. Were healers really scarce? I feel like, especially early on, all I did was like, if I was having trouble healing, I just like added Barbara to the team and like I would have no issues. There's like no other healer I needed except Barbara. At least for a time until like I fought a lot of like cryo enemies that kept freezing me. And then when that happened, Diona helped a lot. So it's kind of what I did. Diona and like Barbara are like my OG healers. Me when I 1v9 with Kokomi and Jean. Not bad. Honestly, Jean is a really good healer. Like now that I have Jean, like I'm I can see why people use Jean a lot early on. Cause like she's super comfy with her heal. Pretty low cooldown. Um pretty much always has it up when you need it. And then also doesn't like she's not like a Barbara where like you add Barbara to your party, she's not doing any damage. Jean actually does like some decent damage in the overworld, so I'm caught up on our conquest by the way. Nice. Wait, you really? You're caught all the way up? How did you wait, did you spend like 24 hours on it off stream or something? I don't think I saw you streaming our conquest. That's insane. There's like a full like wait, caught up isn't caught up to 6.3? But that's like 24 hours straight of like our unless you like skip through it. It's only the Dragon Spine quest that the Abyss mages that wrecked me. And Jean is the real OG. I had my first real party white healing with Jean in the middle of Venus, but yeah, for sure. What was the Dragon Spine quest with Abyss mages? I don't remember that one. Although, oh, is it like the Cryo Abyss guys? Yeah, that one's kind of sus. Kept freezing you over the water. Bro speedran the Archon quest. I had Jean super early on as well. Yeah, too stingy with healers, so I added off-field DPS. Gotcha. I mean, as long as you have a Benny, I feel like it should be okay. I did it in 2 nights. No, I didn't stream it. Yeah, I didn't skip. To be honest, I didn't think it was long. You didn't think it was long, bro? I probably spent like at least 8 hours on each of those arcs, like 6.0, 6.1, 6.2. I think it was like 8 hours each. And you're already caught up. That's honestly like applause right there. It was very long. Bro, real F that cryo and hydroelector in Abyss that one time. That must have been a while ago. Cryo and hydroelector. I think I remember that. I spent 10 hours each because I denched you. Wait, what? My OGs were on field. Xiangling and Xingqiu plus Visual. Yeah, the OG Nash. Not national question mark without Benny. Xiangling Xingqiu were definitely like the OG. Although the real OGs will remember Crescent Pike Xiangling. That was my super OG. So OG that I still have my. Guys, you still have this? Raise your hand if you still have this in your account. This no one's using this right now, but it's the R5 Crescent Pike. Where is it? Here it is. R5 Crescent Pike. All the billets I spent in putting into this. I can't see. Oh, you don't have to see it. It's just the R5 Crescent Pike. I will never forget that because my ass was forced to use Dendro Kick W. Can't run from the Dendro lead hand. Rather use it. It's an element. It's one of the 7 elements. You know what? We might get a new element. Do you think you will also boycott the new element if we ever get a new element, Lihan? Like if we get light or dark? But they will probably call it like because all their elements end up in O. It's probably gonna be like Lumo and like Nocto or something like that. Jade Cutter Xiangling for me. Alright, this definitely never seen a Jade Cutter in my life, but yeah, that works as well. I also got one of those. It's okay, I folded with Llama and Nefer. Low-key, I'd be okay with that. Yeah, I think that's okay. Like, definitely Llama and Nefer. Since they're Dendro, you gotta use them now. Green waifus are good. Alright, green waifus are good. Actually, Skirk has a new element. Does she though? Does she though? You know, it would be cool though, like, if we ever, like, go beyond Tevat. Imagine if we got Skirks. Like, if Skirks... Let's say if you use Skirk outside of Tevat, like, she gets, like, her actual element. That would be actually pretty cool, I think. Like you get to play her with the abyss element that she has, or well, maybe not the abyss element, but whatever serpent element. Oh man, why is it doing this? I only remember how prototype. Only few remember how prototype archaic had another name back then. Prototype archaic. Prototype archaic. Is that a claymore? It sounds familiar. Or is that like the prototype amber or something? I remember they did some renaming of those weapons. I don't remember exactly what though. It's been a while. I don't need any more jade colors. I did say I will vote for Dendro if a Dendro Mommy comes out. Yeah. Wait, was there no Dendro Mommy that came out in Sumeru? Huh, I guess not. It might be right here. We got a Dendro Lolly, and all the mommies are like Candace and Deshia, who are Pyro and Hydro. Yeah, I guess Sumeru didn't have a lot of mommies. We had a granny. We had a Nemo granny. That's about it. Yeah, it used to be called Prototype Animus before. Ah, yes, yes. I think that definitely rings a bell. That was my Deluxe Claymore for a decent while. Wasn't the Catalyst version of it also used to be something else? I think I still have it here. I probably crafted it, or maybe I didn't. This one. Didn't Prototype Amber also have like a different name before? Or am I like, am I not, am I misremembering? Yeah, this used to be called Prototype Malice apparently back in until version 1.2, and then it was changed. Maybe it might have just been an English translation thing though. I'm not sure if it actually changed in like any of the other translations, any of the other languages. I mean, isn't her reasoning for hiding her real powers with cryo because she doesn't want to draw too much attention from regular people, or maybe HP? I don't know. I kind of vaguely remember her saying something about that, like not trying to draw attention. But I don't know if that was specifically related to like why her combat element was changed. I thought that was just the reason for her being invisible to like other people in Tibet or something when she was sitting down and talking to us in that restaurant in the year. You know what really makes me mad? I like Barca a lot, bro. It's so funny. Wait, why does that make you mad though? Huh? Barca's pretty cool. I just think like they should really make him strong and like give the husbando hunters like some actually good meta units. I hope he's super strong. Yeah, I hope they make him strong. But Mihoyo doesn't really have a good. I mean, New Villette I think was their last sort of like super strong male character, right? If am I missing any? Newbie? Yeah, Nicole though. I'm very interested. Yeah, Nicole would be cool. I'd be very interested to see what her combat style is going to be like. That actually would be pretty interesting to me. I wonder if she's probably going to be a support, right? I feel like all the Hex and Circle might just be support. But I also wonder like how they would interact with the Hexerite characters. Like my guess is that the Hex and Circle mages have like an additional ability on top of like their Hexerite abilities, or they somehow synergize with some of the Hexerite characters. That would be pretty cool. Supporting who though? Yeah, exactly. Supporting everyone? Can we just have them support everyone? Like, be a true generalist unit like Farina, please? We don't need a specific support. We just need her to support everyone, right? The mages should be helping everyone in Tibet. Can we get Raiden buffs, please? True. True. Raiden needs buffs. Raiden does need buffs. Alright, time to waste all our resin on Guide to Elysium. Actually, I should not do that. I should actually, because I'm pretty highly looking to pull, not pull, looking to get Gaming. I need to make sure I have his materials. So let me just quickly check. He looks like he needs Star Conches. Do I have Star Conches? I do have Star Conches, and I do have enough of them. That's good. Looks like he needs Emperor's Resolution. Oh no. Oh no, I need to fight crabs. Oh no. I've made a mistake. I need to fight crab. Oh no. Oh well. Better start. I believe Lantern Rite is like the later half of the patch, so we can start fighting crab a bit. This today. Do I even have crab? Oh wait, no, I have crabs. Wait, how do I have crabs? Huh. So I don't even need to farm for it. How come I have crabs though? I'm very confused. When did I farm crabs and I never used it? I must have farmed it for some other character that I was like considering of getting but never got it. Oh no. I must have pre-farmed for Gaming and then like didn't choose him at the end. The last Lantern, right? I remember now. I did actually pre-farm Gaming a long time ago, like 2 years ago. My Raiden looks like stuff. Okay, let's see what his talents are. He uses prosperity. Same as Ningguang. Do I have enough prosperity? Yes, I do. 300. Okay, so we don't have to pre-farm Gaming then. And we need 6, 12, 18 lightless maths, which we already have because we have 84. Thanks to always doing weekly bosses. What is this? Wait, am I supposed to use this somewhere? The cornerstone of stars and flames. Traveler only needs one of the cornerstone of stars and flames to upgrade. Oh, okay. This is to get Pyro Traveler's talents to max? Huh. I guess I've never done that because I don't really use Pyro Traveler. You're right, it does use this one. And the folks who are like Triple Crown Traveler. I see, I see. I see what they're up to. Okay, we can continue our plan then since we don't have to pre-farm Gaming, since apparently we've already done that. We cannot pre-farm for a character that does not exist yet. Anybody want to place bets on which of these talent books Nicole is going to use? I feel like she's an angel, right? So Elysium could be a good one. Could be a good guess here. Man, 6 and 7 is pretty bad. At least it's not 6 and 6 though. No, don't freeze me.
吸引テスト開始。影のカラスが優也を求めと答えなさい。えいほっ6308式ユニット。
Saber, stop, get some help. Mama, wait, what? Saber, can you give us leaks? Leaks? Nicole, when? Saber, can you do a cooking stream? Okay, just because I have a kitchen behind me doesn't mean I'm gonna do a cook. Oh my gosh, 3 gold books, let's go! This is actually pretty good. 3 gold books. Very nice. Had like 0 gold books the last time, got 3 this time. He doesn't even have Zoji Rushi. Wait, what's a Zoji Rushi? Huh? Zoji Rushi. Or the rice cooker. The, the manufacturer of rice cookers. Guys, you don't need like a specific brand of rice cooker. Any of the rice cookers brands should work. All it has to do is cook rice. Although I can actually cook rice with a regular pot. I don't technically need a rice cooker to do it. Because if you think about it, it's actually like very simple. You just put water in a pot and then you cover it, and after 10-15 minutes you turn off the heat and just let it sit for like 10 minutes and comes out nice and fluffy. You can't make rice on a stove. You need a pot at least. You can't just put it on the stove, obviously. Oh hell no! You got a bougie place and fridge. This is not a bougie. This is a normal place. It's not a bougie place. So you need a bougie rice cooker. I don't think rice cookers themselves are very bougie, are they? I do have an instant pot though that you guys have never seen because it's always tucked away in my one of the drawers below. I've definitely been thinking of using it a little bit more, but it is a bit big, and I don't have to cook for like that many people. I got a panda rice cooker. That actually sounds pretty fun. Doji Rushi Neuro Fuzzy. I've also kind of been cutting back on my like rice intake recently. So I've actually been using the cooker less. Fake Asian, low-key same. Like I've noticed like I've been gaining weight. And I usually don't gain weight, but I think as you age, you just like naturally lose metabolism. Yeah. But I just gotta be more mindful of like eating too many carbs. Rice is doing more bad to me. Yeah, exactly. Trying to like cut back on carbs and like eat more protein. Oh wait, did I already use my resin? Hold up. I think I used all my condense already. Okay, wait, I need to recondense here. Like I'm okay with brown rice, but white rice, no. Doesn't brown rice also have carbs though? Is there a big difference? I know my family eats like purple rice. Which I don't know whether it's good or bad. Riceism. Have you guys heard of purple rice? It's kind of weird, but like my family eats purple rice. Which I think is actually like a natural color of one of the rice species. I eat way too much carbs, but I don't seem to be getting fatter. I mean, as long as you work out enough and you're active enough, like you can burn off any amount of rice you eat. But you just have to be working. And like in my work, I don't move around that much, so on the weekends I eat rice though, because I do work out. a lot more on the weekends. But on the weekdays, I try to cut back a bit. I'll wait like, what is it, 6 minutes? Oh wait, actually, let me check here really quick. I've seen purple rice, lean mention. What is lean rice? Lean rice. Low calorie rice. Huh. Hirataki, often made with konjac and plant-based. So it's not really rice?
別の天中柱に分け与えられた楽園エデン。私断罪の皇女は
Codeine? Wait, what is codeine? It's an opioid medication used to treat mild coughing. Lehan, what? Okay, I had to finish this. Alrighty. I'm like waiting for like one more resin cycle. 5 minutes. Okay, we can do the quest really quick. Lean is a common name for a dangerous illicit recreational drink mixing prescription strength with crossover and codeine and opioid and promethazine antihistamine such as salt drinks are spread to often candy powder. Hey, what's good, Saber? Hey, welcome in, Mage. How are you doing? Appreciate you being here. How is 6.23 been treating? Is it 2 or 3 right now? I think it's 3, right? How has 6.3 been treating you? Pretty well. Nice, nice. Wait, let me shut off the music because we're doing Gaia Hangout event. I got Durin, nice. Let's go. Durin seems pretty good. Brushy and the wax incident, Nani. How are you liking Durin? I had to explore everywhere, bro. I bet. Gotta put in the work if you want to get the pulls. How is he still not done with Gaia Hangout? Hey, Lisa's here. Also, I can look up, guys. Do you know the story behind the sword? The sword has been plunged deep into the ceiling. I like that this is still here, actually. All of Ijizima's was around 80 to 90%, and all of Fontaine's at 70%. Nice, let's go.
ようお二人さん、ちょっと時間いいか？
Jin Danjo. Wax on, wax off. What are you guys saying? You know, it's strange because I actually saw the same comment like on the Monster Hunter Reddit, and he was talking about how like the axe mode of like of Charge Blade or something, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying my best to get Varessa right now. Let's go. Varessa seems pretty strong. Smooch, Brushy, Brain Rot, we be tweaking. Sabers, I have no idea what any of you guys are saying, and I don't want to be corrupted, so I'm just gonna move on. Long time no see, everyone. Mina, hisashiburi desu.
可愛い子ちゃん久しぶりねそれにガイアも長旅お疲れ様
Guys, can we just admire Lisa's beauty for a second? It's a win-win though, because I could get Columbina next patch. Nice! Yes, you definitely should get Columbina next patch. Columbina would be huge. Unfortunately, I can't get Columbina because Genshin didn't win the Player's Voice Award. Sad. We lost to Wuwa. Hell yeah. Can you describe her beauty? Ara. Okay. Have you seen the trailer? Why can't you get her? Thinking. I've seen the trailer. Yes, I did watch the live stream. It was a pretty long live. It was actually pretty cool. Why can't you get her? Because I had a bet where like if Genshin wins Player's Voice at the Game Awards last year, then I would pull Columbina. But we lost. We lost to Wuwa, so we can't do it. Thanks. I have a good idea now.
よく帰ってきてくれたガイアだがどうして栄誉騎士もここに
どうしてYukishiをここに? I raised my right hand once again.
なるほど。あ、そうだガイア。報告書を受け取ったよ。今回はよくやってくれた。ご苦労だった。
It's looking like no Alice for not cry. Yeah, kind of sad. I was really hoping for Alice release, and then I can C6 Alice and show off my C6 Alice to everyone, but like, I guess that will have to wait till SNES Naya. But you know, the good thing is I can now pull C6 Saritsa before C6 Alice. Maybe? Question mark? I have no idea. Because remember, Saritsa has been confirmed to be the peerless beauty in Tavat. She's gonna be the peerless gem. She's supposedly supposed to be the most beautiful character in Tavat. As confirmed by lore. Is actually canon. What if Alice is between Notcry and Snezhnaya? That could also work. But I feel like that wouldn't that wouldn't really make sense because they would want to introduce more Snezhnaya characters first, right? If we were to drop in one of the dead patches, I feel like it would be. The Hexen Circle always shows up in the dead patches. Like, not the dead. They're no longer really the dead patches anymore, to be honest. Like, I think dead patches lasted for quite a bit in, like, the Sumeru and Fontaine arcs. And maybe some of the Inazuma arc as well. There were quite a few of, like, the dead patches in between there as well. But I feel like ever since like Natlan and like especially Notcry, like I have a feeling that we're not gonna get them any dead patches anymore. Especially now that we're gonna have like up to Act 8, right? We're basically going to Act 8 of the Archon Quest, which is like, okay, that's kind of insane. But yeah, I think you can still consider it as like a not as big of a patch, like a smaller patch, but I wouldn't say like it's completely dead. I'm pretty sure there's still gonna be like huge lore drops, I think, in the later half of Notcry. Showing off a C6 and the big 2-6. What's the big 2-6? I don't get the reference. Peerless Gem mentioned Hertha. Let's go. At least you can show off your C1 Tignari. Lul facepalm. Hertha mentioned Madame Hertha. I don't know Madame Hertha. I only know Madame Faruzan. Finally got Chevrus and Yansan. Let's go. That's actually really good. I really want a Chevrus and Yansan. Me jelly.
先日スメールにいる酒造業商会の代表から手紙が届いてな。君がその場で判断してくれたおかげで不要な損失が出ずに済んだよ。
代理団長の悩みを解決するのが俺の役目だからな。ああ、それと実は出張経費が余ってな。今のうちに渡しておこう。
I have such an urge to expose him.
今回は事態が急だったし、対応が難航するのを想定して念のため出張経費を多めに渡していたんだが。
Herta or the Herta? Klee or the Klee? Oh, speaking of Yansan, I pulled on the banner purely for one more copy of her on the limited banner. Next single standard pull I do, I get Yansan again. Let's go. Is that good? Just one pull? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Although people always say you can't pull for 4 stars, which is still true in the sense that Mihoyo wears a 4-star pity. It's been more than 5 years. Go wait for it. Keep waiting for it. No, I wasted 10 limited pulls on limited for C6 Yansan. Oh, so you mean like you instead of I thought you meant you clicked once, but you did the full 10 pull. Okay, I get what you mean. Yeah. Gotcha. Then the singles. You pull a 10 pull on the limited, and then you do a single standard. Okay, okay. Interesting. You guys still do standard pulls? I guess every time you get like a new standard, you just like immediately use it. Is that how it works? I remember when I was going for C6 Cookie, I dropped 300 for that stream. Holy. This is why we need 4-star pity, guys. Never again. Then the single standard got me C7 Yansan. Ah, okay, okay. And C7 4-star doesn't get you anything. Yeah, it just feels bad. We need something for C7 4 stars. We need to get like it's supposed to be like the masterless the Masterless Stella Fortuna should have had two versions, the 5-star version and the 4-star version, and the 4-star version should allow you to take your 4 stars to level 100. That's what I think should have happened. Or just have the 4 stars be able to level up to 100 anyway. What else do you do? Hoard them and stare at it? Exactly. That's exactly what you should be doing, Brushy. Hello? Hello? Whose stream have you been watching this whole time? But I didn't think there was much left over. Thank you, Kaeya.
俺はなすべきことをやったまでさ。それと俺がここに来たのは別に報告をするためじゃないぜ。こうしてスメールから帰ってきたことだし、みんなにちょっとしたプレゼントを渡そうと思ってな。
Hey, ちょっとしたプレゼント? But Genshin hates us Jungle Gap. I can't. Jungle Gap indeed. Honestly, just hoard them. Like, sure, like, I mean, you think like it's dumb, but just hoard them. And trust me, in 5 years, within the next 5 years, the standard banner would have improved. And then maybe you can act like your standard, like you're not just like using your standard, you're actually like aiming for something from the standard banner. Maybe at some point we're gonna get like some kind of like guarantee on the standard banner. I don't know. But I can guarantee you they're gonna improve the standard banner in some capacity in the next couple of years. I can guarantee that. You just have to be patient. Patience, young one. We're gonna get it in Celestia or something. I don't know, but honestly, like you probably won't save up enough for it to actually matter. So, honestly, doesn't matter. Like, the rate of getting standard wishes is pretty low, right? Like normally over time, because like I feel like I've been playing for a long time, but like I only had a couple hundred of these standards. I need one cookie. I also need one cookie. I need one cookie Shinobu. Please. What was the banner? Yeah, I guess Cookie hasn't rerun in a while. I don't remember which one, but it's probably like the Lauma banner, was it? Was it the Lauma banner where like, because they were doing like Hyper Bloom? Weren't they like trying to promote Hyper Bloom? I don't remember. It might have been the Lauma one or the one like immediately before or after.
あら、スメールのお土産かしら？
のお土産? Oh, very nice.
まずはこのペーパーナイフ。これはジンへのお土産だ。そしてこの宝石のついたブローチはリサに。こっちの箱に入ってるのは他のやつへのお土産だ。
このナイフ、実に精巧な作りだな。鞘の模様はスメール特有の工芸で作られたもののようだ。実物を見たのはこれが初めてだよ。ありがとう、ガイア。
このブローチ、宝石の色がとても素敵だわ。ベースの部分も細かく作り込まれているし、ガイアのセンスもなかなか侮れないわね。これ安くなかったんじゃない？
そうでもないさ。そこまで高いもんじゃない。
失礼。ちょっといいかい？
Oh, here an Arubedo.
ああ、アルベドか。入ってくれ。
工房の四半期の費用をすべて整理した。確認を頼む。やあ、旅人。それとスメールから帰ってきたガイア。久しぶり。うん。二人とも元気そうで何よりだよ。
ああ、ちょうど栄誉騎士と一緒にスメールから帰ってきたところだ。そうそう。お前とクレイの分のお土産もあるぜ。2つでワンセットなんだが、ちょっと待っててくれるか。
Robedo and the Big 2-6. What is this Big 2-6? Big. Why is everybody saying Big 2-6? Question, why did they change his name to Gaia in Japanese when they already had the sound for Ka already? That's a good question. Maybe the Kaeya Genshin page will say. It's probably it's probably more natural. But let me see what they say. Hope they don't say anything. It's just Gaia, guys. It's just Gaia. The Mao. Because last year we said big 2-5 or like 2025 and 2026. Is that what it means? Albedo Hexarai buff actually slaps. No propaganda, Gaia. Gaia. Yeah, Gaia. I don't I like the name Gaia. It's like the name of like the planet, right? Gaia. It also makes him sound more like a guy. Like Kaeya just sounds weird. There's like a is it even Kaeya or is it like in the Chinese it's Kaeya. In the Korean it's Kaeya. In Russian it's Kaeya or something. Gaia is the Greek goddess of Earth, no? Yeah. Basically like the name of the planet is like Gaia. And in Final Fantasy VII you call the planet Gaia as well. League of Legends is back up, alright. Enjoy your League game, Leanne.
あ、ありがとう。最近よくクレイからガイアお兄ちゃんはいつ戻ってくるのって聞かれるんだ。
ガイアお兄ちゃん。
長いことガイアに会えていないから君も反省室に閉じ込められてずっと外に出られずにいると思っているようだよ。
子供の視点って私たちからすると少し思いもよらないところがあるわよね。
Wait, no, it's not Stare, Lul. You know, Dota was having issues today as well, which is why I switched to Genshin.
俺も反省室にか。どうやら俺のいない間、相変わらず楽しい日々を過ごしていたようだな。
今月はもう3回だ。
Gaida. I don't hear enough Ara and Maj.
どうやら君は全く驚いていないようだね。
驚いていない. Also, Arubedo needs like needs a glow up. Especially because Arubedo is gonna be like a big part of like the Hexen Circle story, and you're gonna show up a lot in the Arc Conquest, probably. So he needs a glow up. I've been playing a lot of Roblox lately. Ooh, okay. I used to play Roblox like a long time ago, and it was like I don't want to say it's also like blocky, like a blocky type game like Minecraft, but completely different game style. And like you could like create like these mini games for folks to play, and you could like dress up. I guess if you want to spend money on cosmetics and stuff. But I used to play like I think I used to like create like a mini game thing, and we will play like just like a series of mini games, and then one of the most points wins. And I also played like a game called like Ultimate Paintball or something, and you had to like capture the flag and like shoot paintballs at people. It's quite fun. My condolences. OG Billy Astro Wonderland. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, kind of like that. Like everyone could like create their own like mini game that you would be able to play with folk online. So, but I always thought it was kind of jank because of like the movements and like you know you as a block walking around. It did feel a bit jank, and of course my ping wasn't very good either.
ああ、というより、クレイがしばらくトラブルを起こすことなく過ごせていたら、そっちの方が俺は驚くだろうな。
Yeah, but we need to play Warcraft 3 multiplayer. Let's go. Let's do it. Although Warcraft 3, like as in like the RTS. Why are we summing up Roblox like a dog shit? I don't know what Roblox is like right now. Actually, like I don't know how much has changed since the last time I played Roblox. So it might be like completely different now. Actually, it's been like a long time, probably like more than 10 years. I've never played Roblox.
僕とクレイへのお土産が2つでワンセットならこの場で僕に渡す必要はない。
Yeah, I don't think it was dog shit or anything like that. I think like I had a lot of fun playing it when I was playing it. It just sort of faded away after I like started playing other games. Was this pedo blocks now? Wait, what? Never too late to start. Lamau? Wait, why is it called pedo blocks? I'm very confused. They removed chat because of the pedo complaining? Huh? Oh, was there like a big was there like a big kerfuffle? There were a huge controversy? Oh, interesting. I heard of maybe some like something to do with like money stuff, but I didn't know about the pedo stuff. Because my souvenir is part of a set of please no rush to give it to me.
クレイが外に出られたら一緒に君のところに行こ
ああ、わかった。サプライズはそれを一番楽しんでくれそうな人のために取っておこ
う。書類はここに置いとくよ。じゃあみんな先に失礼する。
失礼する。
ガイア、休暇申請は私が受理した。この時間を使ってしっかり心と体を休めてくれ。報告とそれから他の仕事も急ぐ必要はない。私が処理しておこう。栄誉騎士もだ。当面の間騎士団に君の手を煩わせるような仕事はないからな。だから休暇中は安心してゆっくりしてくれ。
ああ、助かる。それじゃあ俺もこれで失礼するぜ。
Why are there posters on the Mondstadt map behind us? You know, the fake Mondstadt map that doesn't actually follow the real shape of Mondstadt's lake.
休暇を楽しんでちょうだい。ああ、それと借りたタンポポの海の狐、早めに返却するようにね。
タンポポの海の狐。
ああ、安心してくれ。その物語ならもうすぐ読み聞かせが終わる。あと数日したら持っていくさ。
Mondstadt pretty clear. Let's go. She blew up everything. See what Lisa has to say.
ガイアは相変わらず手が行き届いているわね。
やるべきことは山積みだが、こうして皆が共に苦難を背負ってくれるから、私はいつも安心していられる。
Ah yes, Jean and Lisa, the OG mommies of Genshin. Now we have drama.
どうやらクレイは逃げられなかったみたいだな。モンドを立つ前にいくつか小技を教えてやったのに。子供は時にいたずらをするもんさ。何の悩みもなく成長できるなんて幸せなことだ。
God, I love drama.
騎士団のみんなへのお土産はジンのところに置いたし、さて次はお土産を名目にワイナリーでただ酒をたかるとしよう。みんなに会うのは久しぶりだし、ワイナリーで今年作られたドリンクをちょうどお前にもご馳走できる。明日はワイナリーで商談があるからディルックのやつもいるだろう。だが明後日は特に予定がないはずだ。そのタイミングで行けば酒もたかりやすくなると思うが。
So much for C-head censorship.
どうする？明日と明後日、お前はどっちがいいと思う？
Yeah, we got a branching path. We can do tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Let's do the day after tomorrow first.
ああ、それじゃあ決まりだな。明後日暁ワイナリーの前で会おう。
Lauma or Nefer though? Which one do you like better? I feel like it's really hard to pick between the two. I think design wise, I probably like Nefer's design, character design a lot better. That's a hard question, bro. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's a hard question. Ralma is too big for me. My answer is my PFP on Genshin. Wait a sec. Let's go, Nefer. Yeah, I like Neferune. I think Lalma is cool and all, and she is like a I really like Lalma's JP voice actress. Like her the way she voices Lalma is really nice and gentle. But when it comes to like interactions with other people, Llama only has like interactions with Nefer, but Nefer is like really cute interactions with
思
Yahoda
っ
as
たより
well.
時間通りに集まれたな。
My Nefer build is cracked. The game was very nice to me. Nice, nice. You can take a look at that. More punctual than I expected.
じゃあ入るとしよう。
I get on my Nefer build, Lamau Colombina can fix her. Also true, also true. Where's the C6? Oh, we got C1 actually. Is C1 Nefer really important? Damn. Damn. Okay, pretty good full. Does she need more EM or more crit? Or kind of both? That is a ton of crit damage. What in the world? 33% crit damage? I think that's the highest crit damage I've ever seen. EM Goblet with double crit. Oh, this is a really rare one. This is crazy rare, actually. EM double crit. Also really good. That's insane, actually. What? I think that's 3 or 4 rolls in the crit rate. What the heck? That's pretty insane. And then you have an insane feather as well. Damn. And all on set. You didn't even use an off piece too. Either you farmed this a lot or you just got really lucky. R1, let's go. Reliquary of Truth. 781 EM with 280 crit damage? That's insane. What in the world? What? Wait, what? Saber you actually pulled? Yeah, totally. Yeah, Noelle. Her C1 involves a lot of EM. Ah, okay, gotcha. So that's why her EM is so high. Well, I think you can get 700 just from your artifacts as well, but probably get even more EM with that. This is triple EM main stat, but all have double crit and like pretty high crit rolls as well. Pretty nice. Durin is okay. Elzer. Hi, Elzer. He's getting a new set, so I didn't really fight for it. That makes
それ
sense.
に旅人さんもワイナリーへよくいらしてくれました。さあ、中へどうぞ。飲み物をすぐにご用意いたします。
Thanks for checking out. Yeah, no worries at all. Durin is full rainbow for me, lol. Rainbow? Like just random artifacts.
久しぶりだな、エルザ。
確かに久しぶりですな。今日はワイナリーに失礼。何か私にできることはありますか？
おいおいエルザ、ちょっと他人行儀が過ぎないか？俺はスメールから帰ってきたばかりで、ただみんなの様子を見に来ただけだぞ。
そうでしたか。しかしあいにく旦那様は昨夜商談のために出かけてしまいまして、まだ帰っておりません。
別にあいつがいなくても構わないさ。お前とアデリンがいればそれでいい。ところでアデリンは？
彼女なら今休んでいます。昨日は掃除で忙しく、今日ようやく落ち着けたところなんです。
いるならよかった。ちょうどお土産を持ってきたんだ。ほら、 お前にはこれを。バックルだ。
バクルだ。
ほう、実に見事なバックルですな。ガイア様、ありがとうございます。大切にします。
Why is the poor guy coughing?
何かお飲みになりますか？先日ダンディライオン種の醸造が終わったばかりなんです。
I don't know why, but every time Kaeya speaks, it sounds like Suabaru from ReZero. Do they have the same voice actor? Suabaru. Subaru? Natsuki Subaru. Voice BA. He sounds like he's telling a story every time he speaks. Yeah, he has that Japanese voice, Kobayashi Yusuke. I don't think that's Kaeya's voice actor. Kobayashi Yusuke. Kaeya's voice actor is Toriumi Kosuke. Oh. I guess they rhyme, but that's about it.
おお、そいつはいいな。今年の新種はどうなったのか気になってたところなんだ。
ではここに一樽持ってきましょう。それから誰かに頼んで騎士団まで運んでもらいます。
Also, I think like the OG voice actor, like the voice actors for like the earlier characters in the game are also like pretty up there. And they can't reuse them in the for later characters. Technically, Alice was casted very early on, right? Like pretty much since Golden Apple, like her VA was already like casted for that role. So Alice is one of the OGs.
おいおい、そんなには飲めないさ。2本あれば十分。でないと、ディルックに物乞いに来たと言われちまうからな。
旦那様はそう口にするだけで心の中では気にされないと思いますよ。とりあえずお二人に何か飲み物を用意しましょう。
ああ、すまんなエルザ。俺はダンディライオン種。こいつにはシードルコを頼む。
Am I drinking lake water long?
いえ、そうではありません。シードルコはほとんどアルコールを含まないドリンクで、ガイア様もそれを知っていて選んだのでしょう。すぐに作りますので少々お待ちください。
Of course, my drink is non-alcoholic.
ちょっと違うかもな。シードルコには実際少しだけアルコールが含まれているんだ。まあ子供に害がない程度にだがな。
さあ、お二人ともどうぞ。
I think Paimon is the highest paid VA position. I mean, it's because she has the most lines, right? So she is definitely the highest paid because she has to work more.
旅人さんのお気に召してよかったです。どうやら私の腕はそう悪くないようですね。
In terms of like the per hour rate, though, I'm not sure like either Lumine have the most. Ain't no way. I'm not sure about the per hour rate though, like whether the per hour rate is different for different VAs. You know, because that one I'm not sure if they would scale it to like how famous the VA is, or maybe that's more maybe that's something that is like negotiated between the actor and the agency. That's sort of like private and like can differ. I'm not sure how the industry works. Are we playing the same game, Lamau? Looks like my bartending skills haven't been of age.
ところで最近調子はどうなんだ？ワイナリーの商売は相変わらず忙しいのか？
そうですね。少し前まで急ぎの注文をいくつか済ませる必要があったため慌ただしかったのですが、ここ数日はやっと少し落ち着けるようになりました。
Also say, but I unlocked that place underneath Nala Mountain. Nice, Ancient Sacred Mountain. That one's a really nice map to explore.
もしかしてずっと休みを取れていないのか？
Also a bit more challenging to explore. I think there's like lots of lava and stuff in there. But a lot of interesting mechanics. Some of the treasure chests are in like some tricky spots though.
旦那様もそのことを心配してくれました。ですがここ数日、旦那様は留守にされています。もし私が休暇を取ってしまえば、商談に来る方の応対ができません。ですので、休むのはしばらく後になるでしょう。
Now you can get that achievement done, Saber. Wait, which achievement? Do you do the local legends down there, Saber? Which do you mean like infinitesimal? I think I already did that. There was a stream where I finished up all the local legends in Atlan, if I recall. I can check again though. I don't know. I don't remember if I left it off or.
せめて半日は時間を作って体を見てもらった方がいい。もし本当に何かあったら、それこそディルックが責任を感じることになる。
Yeah, weren't you looking for LL in Ancient Mountain on a low level account? Yeah, but I think I might have just went ahead and did it on my world.
確かに、それもそうですね。
It took me a longer time, but I think I eventually
ワ
did
イ
it.
ナリーに応対する人がいなくなるのを心配してるんなら、俺が代わりにやってもいいぜ。お前の仕事をどう処理したらいいのかは知っているつもりだ。安心してくれ。
ガイア様、私は。今後もワイナリーにもっと顔を出してください。みんなガイア様がいなくなって寂しがっているんですから。
そう照れくさいことを言うのはよしてくれ。外まで送ろう。
私が不在の間、どうかワイナリーのことを頼みます。
Did Gaia just like basically force him to take PTO?
ああ、ちゃんと仕事するから安心して医者にかかってこい。
Or take sick leave?
さて、今日はいい天気だな。風に当たりながら酒をたしなむのも悪くない。ただ新酒は味が少し薄かった。酒棚のある部屋から秘蔵の熟成酒を持ってこよう。確か2階にあるはずだが。ああ、もちろん問題ないと思う。エルザーを助けることは約束したが、ここの酒に手を出さないとは約束してないからな。
Adeline.
ガイア様、お出迎えが遅れてしまい申し訳ありません。先ほど酒棚と秘蔵という言葉が聞こえた気がしましたが、もしや秘蔵のお酒をお持ちになるおつもりでしょうか。
Caught in fog 4K. Will we get Huta rap this year? Oh no. Not like this. More Huta rap? No. We're gonna get. I mean, we'll probably get the rap, and we'll probably get like a Xinyan guitar thing. Oh, it would be nice to. I want Yunjin singing. I want more Yunjin singing. I don't know whether like any of the other characters perform, but we need more Yunjin singing. I feel like they always put it in there though. We'll see.
秘蔵ともなると、そう軽々しく開けることはできません。少なくともディルック様の許可が必要となります。
おいおいアデリン、お前の聞き間違いじゃないか。俺たちはただ屋敷の外をうろついてただけだぜ。
Caught in 4K.
そうでしたか。本日ガイア様と旅人さんがワイナリーにいらしたのはどういったご用件でしょう。
俺たち二人ともスメールから帰ってきたばかりでな。 しばらくワイナリーに顔を出してなかったから挨拶に来ただけさ。それとついでにただ酒をいただきにな。アデリン、構わないだろ？
ええ、ガイア様がこうして私たちに顔を見せてくれるのは何よりも嬉しいことです。もちろん構いませんとも。
そうだアデリン、お土産を持ってきたんだ。お前にはこのオイルを。寒くなったら塗るといい。乾燥から手を守ってくれる。
ああ、そんな些細なことをまだ覚えてくださっていたんですね。
当然だろ。子供の頃、俺が高熱を出した時にお前はいつも看病してくれた。むしろこんなんじゃその礼に釣り合わないくらいだ。
ガイア様は大人になり、そう風邪もひかなくなられたでしょう。きっともう私の世話を必要としないのでしょうね。
はあ、確かにそうめったに風邪はひかなくなったが、世話に関しちゃ。アデリン、スメールに滞在してた時、お前の料理が本当に恋しかったぜ。
お腹が空いていらっしゃるのですか？では何かお作りいたしましょう。旅人さんも何か食べたいものがあれば遠慮なくおっしゃってください。
おっと、言われてみれば確かに腹が減ったな。
ステーキなどはいかがでしょう？
ああ、いいな。それをいただくとしよ
では水耕の炭を使い、焼き加減はミディアムでお作りいたします。煮物もお付けいたしますね。
う。ああ、昔と同じで頼む。ありがとな、アデリン。
お気になさらず。旅人さんはいかがいたしましょう？申し訳ございませんが、どんなお味が好みか存じておらず、一緒に来て料理を選んでいただけないでしょうか。
Came here to get free wine, and now we're getting free food. Pretty good.
一般的なステーキに比べて水耕の炭を使って焼くと香りがより高くなります。ガイア様はこれが大好物なんです。ただ炭火でステーキを焼くとなると屋敷内ではいささか不便です。そのためこういった料理をする際はいつも外にグリルを設置し、そこでスープやお肉の調理をします。旅人さん、満足サラダと冷製肉盛り合わせ、それから煮物をご用意できますが、どれが食べたいですか？
Definitely the honey roast.
はい、承知いたしました。ガイア様は昔から煮物がお好きなんです。作るのに時間がかかるため、先に煮物を作ってからあなたの料理を用意しますね。ええ、そうですね。ディルック様とガイア様を小さい頃から見てきましたから。今のガイア様は意地が悪そうに見えますが、子供の頃は優しくて、それでいて礼儀や話し方の作法もしっかり心得ていました。ですが男の子というものは、子供の頃は優しくとも大人になると意地の悪い人になったり、活発な子でも寡黙になったりします。これは私の経験談です。もしガイア様の行動に理解できないところがありましたら、私に何なりとご相談ください。ここ数年でガイア様の性格はいささか変わりましたが、あの方のちょっとした癖なら知っていますので。今のガイア様は何事においても卒がなく、考えも成熟していて、一筋縄ではいかないお方です。私がいくつかコツをお教えいたしましょう。ガイア様があなたに問い返してきたとき、あの方が何をあなたに信じさせたいのか、今一度よく考えてみてください。決してあの方の考えに流されないように。あなたの言う 何を考えてるのかわからないに関してはそれはガイア様が何かにつけて口実を作るのがお好きだからです。そこにこだわる必要はないと思います。それにはちゃんとした理由があるのですから。例えば、先ほどあなたはシードル湖を飲まれましたよね。なぜあれがシードル湖と呼ばれているかご存知でしょうか。この名前は昔クリプス様がつけたもので、飲み物もクリプス様がガイア様のために作られたものなんです。そうそう、ディルック様とガイア様ですが、子供の頃はそれはもう本当に可愛くって、あ失礼。その昔屋敷でパーティーが開かれた時、クリプス様はディルック様にお酒を飲むことを固く禁じていました。
Able to do a cooking stream and make Genshin dishes? Ain't no way. I don't think I'm nearly as skilled to be able to make Genshin dishes. Isn't there like a? Do they still do the Genshin? Doesn't the official Genshin YouTube use? I think they used to cook like some Liu dishes, right? I'm not sure they do that anymore. But those videos are like really cool to watch. So. Like they play like the Genshin music in the background, and then like this master chef comes in, chops everything up, and then makes like the dish exactly like it was. It's actually pretty cool.
ただ、ディルック様はそれに納得できず、ガイア様と一緒に協力し、酒蔵に入ってダンディライオン紙を盗もうとしたんです。どうして私がこれを知っているかというとガイア様が私の気をそらしに来た時、ディルック様が廊下の角からガイア様にジェスチャーで何か知らせているのを見たからです。
Well, you officially published a cookbook too, but it's out to Sumeru. I think. Oh, that's pretty cool.
今のガイア隊長は息をするように嘘をつきますが、子供の頃はそうではありませんでした。ああ、少し話がそれてしまいましたね。とにかくその一件はクリプス様にバレてしまいました。お怒りになったクリプス様は罰としてガイア様に本の書き写しを、そしてディルック様には酒蔵のワインダルを磨くように言いつけました。
The Japanese YouTuber actually makes even more faithful dishes than the official ones. Oh, really? Is that right? What is her Japanese Genshin dishes? Cook. Definitely not coming up. I have to find it again. I could probably find it at some point. But yeah, I would believe it. I'm sure there are a lot of folks who were like doing that, especially when the game first came out. I think I'm not sure if people are still doing that, especially for the newer stuff. Like if they've continued to do it throughout like Fontaine, or like people cooking like Escoffier's desserts, or like coming through Knockar as well. I'm not sure if people are like still doing it, but I remember like early on there were quite a few like these cooking videos. She did Nephers recently. I don't even know what Nephers specialty is. My goodness. Nephers specialty dish. Secrets exchanged. Ooh. It's a pani puri. It's a special pani puri. Very cool, very cool. Pani puri is like the puffs. It's like the little puffs, right?
酒蔵にはワインダルが十数本もあり、まだ子供のディルック様ではとても磨ききれない数です。クリプス様も頭に血が上っていたのかもしれません。そこで私が代わりにこっそり磨こうと思い、酒蔵に行ってみたところ、そこにはすでにガイア様の姿がありました。
Don't know why that link is weird. Mori Kitchen. Oh, okay. That looks cool. I like how there's no talking as well. Like she just does stuff and then has like Inefa and Aino cook together Lakaberry Kurumu Kake IRL Mori Kichin. Very cool. It's very peaceful. Yeah, it's like ASMR. It's like cooking ASMR. It's pretty nice. Oh, so this is how kurumu kakes are made. The thinner it is, the crispier the final result. そうだよね. I can tell this is a true master in action. Ah, okay, okay. So you roll it up like this, like a taco, but with a more like a cone-ish. As it cools, it hardens and develops a signature crisp texture. And then you put chocolate and stuff in it. Let's recreate the Whito berry. Subtitles have additional info. Yeah, I have the subtitles up. Oh, and then she's poking it to give it the berry look. She even added the petals. And food coloring. Oh my gosh, they actually have food coloring paintbrushes. Dude, this is insane. What the heck? And then they put whipped cream in the kurumokake. Ah, okay. So it's like a nice little... Gotcha. So the kurumokake is mostly like just whipped cream and like the little berry thing on top. But like most of it is actually like just the crispy stuff. Hmm. Very nice. Very nice.
最後のいくつかは私とガイア様で磨きました。その後クリプス様はガイア様の手に残った紫色の跡を見た後、それがティルック様のものより濃いことに気づき、すべて理解されたようです。無論クリプス様もそれほど厳しい
It's a
方では
portable
ありま
pancake,
せん。
yeah.
ガイア様をいたわるためにこの飲み物を作った後にお酒を数滴混ぜてガイア様にそれを味わわせてあげました。ガイア様は子供の頃から優しく、人のために何かしても自分から言わない方でした。時には何があったのか聞いても何も教えてくれないこともあります。ガイア様は言葉を紡ぐのではなく、ただ黙ってその心の中に友人を迎え入れるのに慣れているのです。今のガイア様は話術がとても巧みですが、その癖だけはまだ変わっていないと私にはわかります。それは良かったです。さて、スープももうじき出来上がります。お肉と他の料理はもう少し待つ必要がありますので、テーブルでお待ちください。一人で手が足りるか心配されているのですか？料理を用意するのはメイドたる私の役目。どうぞご安心ください。
Oh wait, we're eating outside, not inside. The mall.
いい酒を飲めてアデリンの作ったステーキも食べられる。これこそ休暇ってもんだな。ほう、アデリンはお前に何を吹き込んだんだ？
Did you have dinner? Yeah, I had dinner before I started.
?褒め言葉か。そいつはこそばゆいな。
No dinner at 9 p.m. like a true Asian. Wait, do true Asians eat dinner at 9 p.m.? Why 9 p.m.? What? Like even my family eats it at 7 p.m., which is not like 9 is not dinner time. 9 is like supper. They eat late as hell, really? All my family's Asian and we eat at 7. Like pretty promptly at 7. Like the latest we'll eat is like 7:30. 9 is like bedtime for like my parents. Ain't no way it's 9 p.m. man.
お食事のご用意ができました。お二人ともこちらにはそうなかなかいらっしゃらないので、多めにお作りいたしましたよ。
ここに来る前はこんなに豪華な食事を楽しめるなんて想像もしてなかったぜ。ご苦労だったな。どうだ？お前も今日は一緒に食べないか？
I think generally it's also better to like eat don't not eat too much like right before you go to bed, right? Like you need to like digest and like burn some of that out. Well, I guess like some people like only go to bed by like midnight, so it's probably fine. But I would go to bed pretty early today because I got work tomorrow.
ずっとおしゃべりしていたら料理が冷めてしまいますよ。私はここで待機していますので、何かありましたらいつでもお申し付けください。
いやいや、俺は本気だぜ、アデリン。せっかくこうして集まったんだ。今日はメイドのルールなんて置いといたらどうだ？
The Asians eat like 6 to 8, but Indians eat as late as 8 to 11. 8 to 11 is a big range though, actually. 6 to 8 is also quite a wide range, I guess, but 2 hours is not bad. 8 to 11 is like, huh? Wait a sec. But maybe it's also like just like the time zone thing. It could be a time zone thing too. Like maybe because like the sun generally sets around I think 7-ish. It kind of makes sense for people living in like a certain part of the world to eat around 7, 8 o'clock. But I mean, over here it got dark by 4, so I'm like, anytime if you're eating dinner anytime past 4 in the winter, like that's okay dinner time. That's a it's a valid dinner time as long as the sky is dark and you're eating. Like we're good. They sleep much later. These are the ranges I found online. Yeah, they could also be sleeping later. You also can't like sleep right away after you eat anyway, right? So like there's got to be like some time that passes in between. But also like I used to also eat supper a lot, which is like just like a snack. Um, So I would eat like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and supper. Especially when I was younger, I would get hungry really fast for some reason.
それに今の俺はワイナリーの坊ちゃまじゃない。一階の客人だ。アデリンは客人のこの小さな要望に応えてくれないのか？
Wait, is that what supper means? I've heard it just being used as another word for dinner. At least that's what we call it. It's like what we eat. If you eat something after dinner, we call that supper. So just to distinguish it from dinner. So we just call it supper. I mean, it probably has different meanings in different parts of the world. Supper generally means the evening meal, but the specific meaning can vary. So, in a lighter late evening meal, social gathering around the food, with supper often used in the American South and Midwest for the main family meal. Okay, so the people in the South and Midwest do use supper for like dinner. Historically, it was the main meal, but with industrialization, dinner shifted to the evening, leaving supper to sometimes refer to a lighter snack or a more informal event that's distinct from the formal dinner party. Maybe historically, supper was just dinner, but at least when I use it in my family, we used it as like a post-dinner meal. Is that a Canadian thing? I don't. It sounds like it's not just a Canadian thing. It's historically supper, like the Last Supper, like the biblical Last Supper. I think that was just a dinner. There wasn't like an actual like supper after dinner or anything like that.
ガイア様のご要望でしたら、私はそれに従うまでです。これは親愛の証とはいえ、多かれ少なかれルールを破っております。ですから、もし口を滑らせてご無礼なことを言ってしまったとしても、何卒ご容赦ください。このような気の回し方では、ご友人ができませんよ、ガイア様。旅人さん、ガイア様は騎士団にご友人はいらっしゃるのでしょうか？
はは、お前のことを気にかけた甲斐があったな。見たか、アデリン。
すみません。暁ワイナリーはこちらでしょうか。私はリーウェイ脇町に所属する氷局の表紙です。どうぞ、こちらは名刺になります。
道理でエルザーが軽々しく離れられないわけだ。ワイナリーは本当に忙しいな。グアンジさん、お会いできて光栄だ。
こちらこそ。うちの氷局は以前、ワイナリーと一緒に仕事をさせてもらったことがあるのですが、これまでずっと手紙のやり取りのみでして、責任者であるこの私がなかなか訪問できず、誠に恐縮です。
ここじゃなんだし、中に入って何か飲みながら話そう。アデリン、さっきの話はまた後でだ。3人分のアップルサイダーを用意してくれないか。
承知いたしました。少々お待ちください。
Yo, we got codes. Creator to unused. How is this Hangout event still going? What? The one more ending I need to reach after this one.
お名前をお聞きしても、それとこちらのお方は。
ガイアでいい。 今日はエルザーに代わってワイナリーの受付事務を一任されている。こっちは俺の友人だ。
お会いできて光栄です。実は本日ここに来たのは、ワイナリーへの訪問を兼ねて招待状をお渡ししたいと思いまして、ディルックの旦那様を氷局の祝典に招待したいんです。昨年、ワイナリーとは良い協力関係を築けました。ワイナリーの次の四半期のワイン輸送計画がどうなってるのか気になるところでもあります。もしよろしければ、ディルックの旦那様にこうお伝えいただけないでしょうか。氷局は今年規模の拡大をいたしました。もし私どものご相が必要でしたら、ぜひ前向きにご検討くださいと。
ガイア様、アップルサイダーをお持ちいたしました。
ガイア様？失礼ですが、ガイアさんは暁ワイナリーの。
俺はここの前オーナークリプスの養子でディルックの兄弟だ。いつもはセピロス騎士団で働いてて、ワイナリーにはあまり顔を出さないんだがな。
これは失礼いたしました。何か不作法がありましたらお許しください。
グアンジさん、少し誤解しているみたいだな。俺はディルックの兄弟ではあるが、別に暁ワイナリーに住んでるわけじゃない。今日だって客としてワイナリーに来たんだ。ただエルザーが体調を崩したから、その代わりを務めているだけに過ぎない。けど安心してくれ。この招待状はディルックに渡そう。
このような手厚いもてなしをありがとうございます。暁ワイナリーのワインが美味しいことは知っていましたが、まさかアップルサイダーもこれほど美味しいとは。この爽やかな香りがまたいい。
アップルサイダー以外にもワイナリーには秘蔵の酒があるぜ。グアンジさんも酒がお好きなようだ。ぜひ味わってみないか。アデリン、2階の酒棚から1本取ってきてくれ。
承知いたしました、ガイア様。
Bro, what is this hangout? Truly, what is this hangout?
今日はありがとうございます。足を運んだ甲斐がありました。それではこれで失礼します。
気にしないでくれ。また一緒に酒を飲めるのを楽しみにしているぜ。
さて、お帰りになられましたね、ガイア様。そこを気にしているわけではありません。事情を知れば、ディルック様もせいぜい一言つぶやく程度かと思います。
Not even streamer debuff is just as long as hell. It is really long and it's also like completely unrelated. Like the first ending was like ended somewhere in Sumeru, the second ending ended somewhere in Liyue. And then the third ending was some like nun singing nuns in the choir, and then now we're in the winery. That is completely unrelated, like all of these like events, and a lot of this is the only like true like ending that actually gives you a bit more of like Gaia's backstory, and the rest are just kind of like, huh, you know?
ですが、ガイア様にこれだけはお伝えさせてください。あなたはいつでも暁ワイナリーの一員です。私たちは心の底からあなたのことをよそ者だとは思っていません。疲れたと思ったらいつでもワイナリーに帰ってきてください。
ああ、アデリン。お前の言いたいことは分かったよ。ん？今日はやけに忙しいな。今度は誰だ？
皆さん、ただいま戻りました。
Oh, Elsa's back.
エルザ？まさかこんなに早く帰ってくるとはな。体の方は大丈夫だったのか？
Gaia will help us unlock the Conrian door in Sumeru because he is still his Conrian blood source that way. Do you need Conrian blood to open the door, or can you just like open it?
ええ、 あまり心配せずゆっくり休めば大丈夫だと先生には言われました。それよりも帰り道である小さなお客さんに出会いましたよ。ガイア様に用事があるそうです。
Uh-oh, it's Gray.
ガイアお兄ちゃん、しー、クレイが助けに来たよ。一緒に逃げよう。栄養騎士のお姉ちゃんもガイアお兄ちゃんと同じで反省室に閉じ込められてたの？
Man, Gray is so cute. But also, now that I think about it, she does look very similar to Alice.
反省室？そういえば確かにアルベドがそんなようなことを言ってたな。
Dude, why did Traveler not push the doors in the pool? No signs. She sounds like a kid. Well, she is a kid.
ああ、スメールも楽しかったがモンドにはかなわないからな。栄誉騎士と一緒にスメールから逃げ帰ってきたんだ。
きっとジン団長を怒らせるようなことをしたんでしょ。でも大丈夫。ガイアお兄ちゃんは何度もクレイを助けてくれたでしょ。だから今度はクレイが助ける番。アルベドお兄ちゃんから戻ってきたって聞いて、クレイが代わりにジン団長に謝っておいたよ。ガイアお兄ちゃんは今自由だから安心して。これでまた一緒に遊べるね。
確かこの子は
Yeah, but actually a kid? I feel like the Japanese voice actress is just like really good. Her voice actress is Kuno Misaki, who is not a kid. She's 32 years of age, but I'm guessing like her voice quality is described as the real voice of a young child. So there you go. I'm pretty sure there are people who are like complete adults but like sound like kids. Average saber glazing the JP dub but valid this time. Wait, does Klee not sound like a kid in the other languages? I guess she probably doesn't. Because it's really hard as an adult to like make your voice sound like a kid. You kind of have to just naturally like have sounded like a kid. Not in EN. Okay. Yeah, it is actually really challenging. So challenging, in fact, it might be impossible. Like, there's a... I was watching like a video on like the Final Fantasy VII, and like people are criticizing how like the kid characters are being voiced by like adult females trying to sound like kids, and it's just very cringy. It just sounds very cringy if you try too hard that way. But also acknowledging that like it's impossible to like, first of all, it's incredibly difficult and probably slightly unethical to like cast kids in voice roles. But like there's technically the best voice for a kid would be a kid. It would just be like completely impossible to get a kid to like work in that kind of context. Genetics div. Yeah, maybe like being smaller also helps. Like there's like a reason for like being smaller means that your voice can like reach a more like kiddish voice range, or like you just never like the after puberty, like the voice never developed out of that kid phase for some reason. Then how do we allow kids in movies? That's the thing. The thing is that we don't really. There are like certain movies where there are like child actors and actresses, but there's a lot of controversy even behind that. Like, I think like if you're talking about kid extras, that's pretty okay because they're probably like not doing that much work and they're just there, like maybe their parents allowed them to like just be there. And it's probably sometimes it's also like they use families of the cast, like some of the cast people have families and then they just bring their kids along, bring your kids to work day and they have extras. The Harry Potter movies though, yeah, they actually had to cast like actual kids, so that was actually difficult. But you can actually like watch some interviews of like like Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and like Rupert, like when they were casted as kids, and I think at that time like they were basically like teenager stage, you but you can like learn about how like they basically it basically like, disrupted like their whole like childhood lives entirely, like completely threw it off the trajectory. Like they couldn't grow up normal kids going to school anymore because they had all of these like you had to go to movies and as a kid you're also like not um how do I put it, you're not like you don't actually know what's going on in adult life, like like they're just like it just feels like, oh, I'm just playing around and just like acting, and like they had to like learn a lot of like adulting really really early on, and that just like completely threw out their trajectory of life. Like they matured way too fast compared to their peers, and like they learn a lot about like the industry stuff, and like basically working like long before they graduate. I think they did eventually like graduate from school and stuff like that, but it was just like completely different. So Harry was 11. Yeah, they were all pretty young. So but generally that type of movie is pretty rare. Like you rarely have like movies that main cast like kid characters. Um, I want to say, and for definitely for Harry Potter, because it was big enough, like I think they probably turned out all right. Like they had like good careers later on as well, and like continued to do well after that. But for like smaller budget films that like never make it, like there's a lot of controversy around like um like using child actors that way, because it like basically like completely ruins their lives. It's kind of insane. So but yeah, that's why it's hard to get like the kid characters right in like movies and like games and any kind of like media. I mean, like even Paimon, right? Paimon kind of sounds like a kid, and but she's like a full like like her voice actress is like in the Japanese at least is like so good, and like she just has that kid like voice. Um, so
騎士団の正式な騎士クレイだ。
nah, not really. I've never seen a child with a similar voice to Paimon. Well, I mean like the high pitchiness of it, I guess. She has more like a fairy voice. Yeah, I guess you're right. Not so much like a human kid, but more like a fairy type of voice, which I think is probably what they were going for with that quality. But yeah, Clay is like real true kid voice. But you can also tell like the voices of the other kid characters like Yao Yao and Titi or Nana, like they definitely don't sound as kid like as Klee does. Yao Yao has a kind of a weird voice in the Japanese. I feel like it doesn't really fit her kid vibe too much. It sounds a bit too like gentle and motherly. I think like it definitely sounds like someone is trying to sound like a kid and not like actually a kid. So what about the other kid actors? Yeah, Dory isn't meant to sound like a kid, so she's fine, even though she's like a short character. Um, Leona also doesn't sound that much like a kid, I guess. She, but maybe she sounds more like a brat, I guess, in the Japanese.
お姉ちゃん、こんにちは。クレイだよ。ごめんなさい。ガイアお兄ちゃんを反省室に閉じ込めないで。
あ、え？
クレイね、どうしてもガイアお兄ちゃんと ゃんと一緒にアルベドお兄ちゃん、スクロースお姉ちゃん、アンバーお姉ちゃん、それからみんなで遊びたいな。
ああ、そうなのですね。クレイさん、こんにちは。ガイア様の反省時間はとっくに終わりましたので、ご安心ください。
ほらな、アデリン。あまり心配する必要はない。今じゃこうして俺を気にかけてくれるやつはいっぱいいるんだからな。
We're finally done. Oh my gosh. I only got 4 endings done. I got one more ending. Alright, let's finish this up. Oh my gosh. What? We're all the way back here where we started? Oh my gosh. Ain't no way. Bro, we got like another hour of this. Or at least half an hour of this. Alright, where are we going this time, Gaia?
どうやらクレイは逃げられなかったみたいだな。モンドを立つ前にいくつか小
Wait, why can't I
技を
skip?
教えてやったのに。子供は時にいたずらをするもんさ。何の悩みもなく成長できるなんて。
Yeah, the same. Tomorrow.
いいだろう。ならディルックに会うとするか。明日暁ワイナリーの前で会おう。
Let's hope D-Look keeps things short and doesn't talk too much. Man, all this like wait until next day is kind of sus. Okay. Get back to the winery again. Man, why doesn't the winery have a good teleport spot? Like, why do I have to run like 200 meters from the closest teleport waypoint to get to this stupid winery? Come on, D-Look, build a teleport waypoint at your winery. It will like completely allow more people to taste your wine and probably be really good for business. You just need a teleport at your winery, alright? Can't have to make people run 200 meters every time they want to get to your place. Alright, good night, Saber. Early day tomorrow? Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for hanging out, Lehan.
お、来たか。じゃあ入るとしよう。
Do we canonically use teleport points? I'm not sure if it's actually ever been mentioned in P. Yeah, have a good night, Lehan.
はあ、これからまたあの面倒なやつに会わなきゃいけないのか。やれやれ。
やれやれ。
体調が悪いのなら今回は僕が行こ
いえ、そう大したことではありません。
おっと、すまないな。大事なところを邪魔してないといいんだが。
今日は何しに来た？それに
別にこれといって用があるわけじゃないぜ。俺たち先日スメールから帰ってきたばかりでな。長いことワイナリーに顔を出していなかったから旅人と一緒に訪ねてみただけさ。
そうか。ならご自由に。
ほう。ご自由にっていうのはビシュが飲み放題ってことでいいのか？ああ、そうだ。聞きたかったんだが、酒の保管室はいつものところにあるんだよな。
目的が明確だな。ずっと前から企んでたってわけか。
His eyes narrow.
おいおい、企んでたとはとんだ言いがかりだな。実はとある噂を耳にしたのさ。その情報提供者によると、暁ワイナリーは先月大金をはたいて、それはもう強い酒を限定版の北地バルベリーを2本も買ったらしいじゃないか。だがそれはとある小さな工房が名を語ったもので、偽物である可能性も高いとかなんとか。
I remember in Star Rail we joke about using teleport points in dialogue, but I don't think those are canonical either. Trailblazer breaks the fourth wall. We had a bit of fourth wall break in Knockride too. With Alice adjusting the camera and like Nicole commenting about the random words that pop up for its introduction spell. Oh, that was funny.
お前は酒を飲むのが好きじゃないだろう。ここはその道のプロに鑑定してもらうべきなんじゃないか。暁ワイナリーの評判を考えると、万が一偽物の酒なんてつかまされていたらどれだけ恥をかくことか。だからここは俺たちみたいな無関係で熱心な酒飲みに任せてくれ。
相変わらず口がうまいな。その口実は去年も使ってたはずだが、それで他に言う。
ん？ああ、うっかり忘れてたぜ。それじゃあ、例は往来をたっ飛ぶ。これならどうだ？
Why did he take so long to say this line?
相変わらず口がうまいな。その口実は去年も使ってたはずだが、それで他に言うことはあるか？
The only fall is the fact that Alice knew they used the titles for Harbingers, so she copied it. Well, Alice also adjusted the first-person camera. Like, she literally, like adjusted the camera that we were looking at her with. So that's a clear 4-4 wall break there. But the fact that she knew that they used the titles for the Harbingers, maybe like the heart, like, I mean, Alice herself is a 4-4 break, alright? Let's just put it like Alice herself is the 4th wall. Like, she literally is like sustainer of the 4th wall. I bet she's gonna break a lot more 4th walls later on as well.
ほら、これをやるよ。スメールで大金を払って買ったもんだ。
Ooh, we got a goblet.
そうか、礼を言う。テーブルの上に置いといてくれ。
She took Asmodee's day job, Kappa. Definitely curious to see where Asmodee went, but they honestly haven't referenced the shades yet at all. They did the shades teaser, but they haven't referenced the shades much at all throughout the Not Quite stories. Like even the scenes with like Ryan daughter don't mention like anything about shades. Our original design was so cool. Unfortunately, it's outdated now. Lol. Yeah, I should probably need like a glow up as well. Do you even think she'll be like playable, or do you think like she's actually like dead or something? I guess she's missing because she's not dead, but I wonder what they're gonna save her for.
それだけか？もっと感想とか言うことがあるだろう？
感想？そうだな。あそこにある花瓶と同じで、君の独特な美的センスを表していると思うよ。エルザ、倉庫から新酒を1本持ってきてくれないか。でないと、誰かが永遠と酒を飲む理由を探し続けるからな。
Someone will keep blathering on endless excuses. Probably play about a different outfit. That makes sense.
かしこまりました。ガイア様、少々お待ちを。今すぐ取ってまいりますので。
I mean, I think the shades are also playable, but like, I'm not sure they are gonna be playable anytime soon. I feel like they're a Celestia type of playable, you know? Like, it could even possibly be a Genshin 2 type of playable. Could be pretty far out.
おいエルザ、どうした？具合でも悪いのか？
喉の調子が少々。以前までは薬がいささか効いていたのですが、最近はまた咳がひどくなってきまして。ただ、たまに息苦しくなるだけで、 別に大したことはありません。
大抵の病気は過労によるものだ。十分な休養を取らないと薬だけじゃどうにもできないぜ。ワイナリーの仕事はもうディルックに任せるべきなんじゃないか。それにだ、エルザー。これ以上こいつを子供みたいに甘やかしてたら、いずれ一人じゃ何もできないダメなやつになるぞ。
いえ、実は旦那様は普段
Imagine Genshin 2 with all the same characters but old, grown up Klee, and all the other like normal characters become like old people. I just want Madam Ping. Madam Ping playable win.
はあ、しっかり休みを取ってくれ。もう断るのもなしだ。組合会のことは僕が処理する。体調管理は重要なことだ。もっと自分を大切にしてほしい。それと、そこの騎兵隊長、君は少し黙っていてくれ。
Also, technically, 5 years has passed, right? Since we met Klee. Klee should like literally like be 5 years older and should be a teen at this point, right? Should be like basically like a teenager at this point. Because like canon-wise, 5 years have definitely passed because of the 5 lantern, right? So no matter how you spin like the traveling and whatever, like 5 years have definitely passed because of lantern, right? That one like guarantees that a year must pass. So Please basically a teen, should be a teen right now, but she doesn't age because she's like a elf or something. She's an elf and ages slow, yeah. TC's just a zombie. But there are other kid characters too, right? Are there like Diona? Diona should be 5 years older. Although Diona was already a teen, so maybe she's just like a teen that doesn't hit puberty. I don't know. Diona ain't human. Well, human adjacent. She's just free. Human adjacent. I don't think they have different lifespans though, right? If anything, if she's a cross between a cat and a human, she should have a shorter lifespan. Because you take the average of a cat's lifespan and a human lifespan, it's technically like she should have a shorter lifespan. Actually, I can't even spin the angle because her cat lineage should be lowering her lifespan. Yeah, exactly. Lol.
旦那様、ガイア様、ありがとうございます。それではお言葉に甘えて、数日お休みを取らせていただきます。
せっかくの休暇だ。ゆっくり楽しむといい。そうだ。これから休暇に入るなら一緒に外に出よう。ついでに酒を取りに行こうじゃないか。風に当たりながら美酒を堪能する。悪くないだろう。
普段なら決して断らないんだが、あいにく今日は早めに処理しないといけない細かな案件があるんだ。すまないが、君たちだけで楽しんでくれ。
Guys, Deluxe model just looks bad. I don't know what I'm looking at, but Deluxe model needs a huge update. I think his eyes are just in the wrong spot of his face. Like, there's something weird about his face. His eyes are too low or something. Is that right?
そうか。実に残念だ。
These guys really need an update.
コナーに新種の中でも最高の出来のものを持ってくるように頼みました。もうすぐここに届けてくれるはずです。
コナーに？
あなたに会うのが久しぶりなので、彼は喜んで手伝ってくれましたよ。
相変わらずお前は細かなとこに気が回るな。そうだ。お前にもお土産がある。バックルだ。受け取ってくれ。
お おお、これは見事なバックルですな。
うん。
ありがとうございます。帰ったら早速つけてみます。
どういたしまして。さあ、早めに医者に診てもらえ。良い休暇をな。
ええ。それではガイア様、私はこれで失礼します。
エルザーは責任感の強い優しいやつだ。だがその責任感の強さゆえにいつも辛い思いをしていてな。
ガイア様、ワインとアップルサイダーを持ってきました。どれも今年作ったものです。ぜひご賞味ください。旅人、これは君の分だ。
透き通っていて香り高い。ふん、悪くない酒だ。
そうでしょう。持ってきたのは甘いやつですから、もし甘くないのを飲みたかったらまた取りに行ってきますよ。
いや、甘いのもいい。さあ、一緒に飲もうぜ、コナ
ー。ええ、では遠慮なく。こうしてガイア様とお話しするのは実に久々です。以前は新酒を開封したら最初の一杯を必ずガイア様に飲んでもらっていましたが、数年前に屋敷をお離れになってその役目はこのコナーに変わってしまいました。
俺は今じゃ一緒にブドウを摘んでないし、徐行やブドウ踏みも手伝ってもいない。最初の一杯はお前にこそふさわしいさ。そう気にするな。
ああ、ブドウ踏みは発酵中の酒をよりよく色づかせ、香りを強くさせるためのものだ。もし作り方に興味があるなら、果実酒醸造マニュアルを読んでみてくれ。俺の一押しだ。ああ、そうだ旅人。ブドウ摘みの時期になったら来てみるといい。酒造りは本当に面白いからね。
コナーの話は興味深いかもしれないが、半日もブドウを摘んでたら腰が重くなるぜ。きっと辛い思いをすることになる。
ガイア様の言う通り、ブドウ摘みが体力仕事なのは確かだよ。でもブドウがブドウジュースになり、さらにワインになっていく過程に参加できるのは特別な体験だ。ワイナリーの誰もが経験してる。
ほう。ということは、ディルックは今もお前らと一緒に醸造の仕事をしているのか？
いえいえ、ディルック様はされませんよ。昼も夜もあの方はお忙しいですから。
そのディルック様はどうしてそんなに忙しいんだ？
いえ、あれです。そう、商売上の付き合いですよ。ガイア様はご存知ないかもしれませんが、ディルック様はワイナリーの経営にいつも尽力されていて。
コーナー、お前は嘘をつくのが得意じゃないんだから、そう無理するな。
そういえばガイア様はいつからお酒が好きになったんです？小さい頃はあまり興味をお持ちじゃなかったと思いますが。
小さい頃は大人に子供は酒に手を出すなって言われてたからな。それで酒を避けてただけさ。コナーは昔ディルックが酒を盗んで怒られたのを忘れたのか？
ああ、そういえばアデリンがお二人のことをかばったことがありましたね。
俺はワイナリーで育った。トゥナーさんがブドウを植えるのを見て熟すのを待ち、それを一緒に収穫してワインができるまでまた待つ。蒸留酒を作るところは手伝えなかったが、ワイナリーのみんなが仕事する姿を見るのは楽しかった。 こんな状況に置かれたら誰だって好きにならずにはいられないだろう。だからこの一杯は美酒そのものに乾杯させてくれ。今日こうしてワイナリーがもてなしてくれたことに感謝を。
ああ、ワイナリーに乾杯。
そういえばコナー、お前にもお土産があってな。ほら、スメールで手に入れた手記だ。
スメールのお土産ですか？これはまたなんとお礼を言ったらいいか。ありがとうございます、ガイア様。はあ、時が経つのは早いですね。まだガイア様が子供だった頃、みんなで誕生日プレゼントを送ったのを今でもまだ鮮明に覚えています。それがあっという間に俺の顔にはシワが寄り、トゥナーの腰は曲がって、ガイア様は騎士団の騎兵隊長になられた。
Gaia, the cavalry captain with no horses.
そういえば、トゥナーさんは元気にしてるのか？
This year's the year of the horse, Hoyo. Please add horses.
ええ、まだ元気ですよ。ただ、年を取ったせいか、
It's a fraud.
昔ほど仕事をテキパキとこなせなくはなっていますが、それにあの人は一人でいろんな仕事ができるので、新しく雇った労働者に対して不満を表す一方で、前に何人か臨時労働者を雇ったんですが、トゥナーのこだわりについていけずにみんな辞めてしまいました。
That's why I would like to know your location. Well, I mean, like horses that like Gaia can ride. And no, please don't put that images. Also, she's not like. I know she has like horse imagery, but like. She doesn't transform into a horse, does it? You set yourself up. This is the year of the Uma Musume. I feel like Lauma is probably, she's not a horse, she's like a deer. That doesn't count. Lauma is more of a deer. Yeah, I guess we do have a white horse adeptus. I don't know. Barca needs a horse. Give Barca a horse, Hoyo. Gaia needs a horse. Where are the horses? Where are the horses?
ガイア様、もしトゥナーに会いに行く時間があったら、このことについて話してくれませんか？今じゃオーナーを除いて耳を傾けるのはガイア様の言葉くらいですから。
確かに、トゥナーさんには久しく会っていないな。ブドウの摘み方を教えてくれた日々が懐かしい。旅人、トゥナーさんに会いに行かないか。
Now we're visiting someone else?
酒を作るのは面白いぞ。勉強してみないか
Una-san.
よ、トゥナーさん、何やってるんだ？
Feels weird we haven't seen a single person from the expedition before. Does that big cheese itself feels like everyone from Monster is a fraud. True. Hopefully we get to see more in the next expansion.
おお、ガイア様、戻っていたんですね。何って日課のブドウ畑の世話をしているだけですよ。
Andy fraud, Archon, Lisa fraud, Witch.
今年はブドウがよく育ってます。ほぼ完熟にまで育ったブドウ棚がいくつもあって、収穫はここ数日で行うことになりそうです。しばらく積む作業に追われるでしょう。そこに座っててください。ブドウを摘んできます。何房か持ってくるので、ぜひ食べてみてください。
いや、さっきまでコナーと一緒にいてな。お腹にワインがたっぷり溜まってるんだ。もう入りそうにない。
じゃあ彼女もいらないのか？
ああ、そういえば紹介が遅れたな。 こいつは騎士団の栄誉騎士だ。
栄誉騎士。おお、知っていますとも。騎士団には有能な人材が多い。君たちは実に立派ですな。
ブドウ摘みは大変だろ。俺も手伝うぜ。覚えてるか？俺がまだ子供だった頃、ワイナリーの人手が足りない時に俺も手伝ったの。
覚えていますよ。ではガイア様にお願いさせてもらいましょう。体力仕事だっていうのに率先して手伝ってくれるとは。助っ人が増えて嬉しいよ。それじゃあお嬢ちゃん、ついてきてくれ。どの棚のブドウが熟してるか教えるから、それを摘んでくれるか。
Dude, this hangout is so long. I'm still picking grapes. What the heck is
助っ
this?
人が増えるのはありがたい。さあ、ブドウを摘みに行くとしよう。
Dude, my earbuds are actually running on a battery. While we're doing this Archon quest. I have like 10% battery left. Now I have to pick grapes. Yeah, these are only 2.
お嬢ちゃんは手先が器用だな。ガイア様は小さい頃、君ほど器用じゃなかった。初めてブドウを摘みに行った時なんか、ブドウをたくさんダメにしてしまって、実にもったいなかった。だが、あの方は頭がいい。何でもすぐに覚えられた。だから、俺の教えられることもすぐになくなったよ。今じゃあんなに立派な若者に育った。礼儀正しく、その心も優しい。もしガイア様みたいな優秀な子を持てたら、夢の中で声を出して笑っていただろうな。この先にブドウ棚がまだいくつかある。まとめて摘むといい。気をつけてくれ。ブドウの茎をひねるときに傷つけないようにな。
There's 3 more grapes.
このブドウはなかなかいい。覚えが早いじゃないか。
Are we
ブド
done?
ウは俺が受け取ろう。ご苦労だったな。ガイア様はワイナリーを離れ、モンド城に移り住んだ。俺の息子のゲイルが家を出て、騎士団で暮らすのと同じようにな。アデリンさんやリルックの旦那様ほどガイア様のことは存じちゃいないが、それでもいくつになっても子供には家が必要だってことは知ってる。近くに家族がいないなら、せめて親しい友達が必要だ。俺はワイナリーで何十年も働いてきて、この目でガイア様の成長を見守ってきた。あの方はたまに何か悩みを抱えているように感じることがある。だがガイア様は皆を巻き込みたくないからか、その秘密を一切打ち明けずに口を閉ざしている。俺たちの力じゃ助けてやれないのも事実ではあるが、君とガイア様の仲がいいのは見ていて分かったよ。どうかあの方のことを見ていてくれないか。その言葉を聞けて俺も安心した。君は優しい子だな。ありがとう。ああ、ガイア様に仲のいい友達ができて、ワイナリーの人たちはみんな喜んでるよ。
お、トゥナーさん、なんだか楽しそうだな。もしかして旅人が面白い冗談でも言ったのか？
いえ、冗談を言ったわけじゃありませんよ。ただ、息子のゲイルから手紙が届きまして、うまくやっているようで嬉しいのです。ガイア様、それと栄誉騎士、俺は年のせいで目が悪い。お二人に手紙の内容を読んでもらえないだろうか。
ああ、もちろん。
ええ。ではお願いします。
Oh, we're finally done. Oh, I thought we still could have to read some letter. Oh my gosh. We made it, guys. We did it. Alright, that will be it for today. I didn't think this would be that long, but we spent like a whole hour just trying to get through this. I'm gonna quickly condense resin. Bro, finally not stun locked anymore. True. Actually, true. I'm gonna quickly condense resin and then wait, can I even condense resin? Oh, I can't condense resin because I need 60. Okay, I'm gonna quickly use my last condense resin then. And then we'll call it. Oh my gosh. Dude, that was like one of the most boring hangout quests ever. I don't know, maybe I don't have any interest in Gaia, but also I feel like they just retold the story of him living with Diluc like a million times. It's like literally the same story for all the endings. You don't really learn anything new about Gaia. You know, like it's kind of sus. We still have one more hangout event actually. We have a Linetto hangout event, and that one I'm actually a bit more stoked about. But I'm a big fan of Lynette. But hopefully we get something cool there. Why am I frozen? But yeah. So we'll plan to do that maybe next week. Cause I think next week it's also like not much going on week, if I'm not mistaken. I mean just in terms of the I think next week is like we're gonna have, I guess we are gonna have like a bunch of what do you call it? The double leyline event stuff. Damn, I got sniped out of my abyss ranking. Dang. Is it because when you do your like time, like it gets published to everyone and then like people try harder? Is that how it works? Maybe the strat is to like only do it at the last second, then people can't snipe you out. Only like try hard at the last second. So once you like clear it, like there's too little time for someone to like beat you. Yep, you got it exactly. But you have to like get in just at the last moment, you know? Just get in just at the last moment. It's kind of like an auction, right? Like if you bid too early, people are gonna like try to outbid you. But if you like try to wait, like if you're on eBay, you try to wait for like the latest time that you could possibly bid your highest bid. There's a high chance you could actually get what you want because people will be like, there'll be not enough time for people to like react to the high bid. Like people will be like, they think, oh, I've already won this or something, and then like, nope. I think that's why like eBay introduced like some kind of auto bidding stuff as well. I can't on a weekend, exactly. That's how they get you. Gotta like get your last foot in the door before anyone else, and then the guy thought he was safe, but nope. It's like you gotta always pull the buzzer beater. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and raid out to Lucky. Appreciate you guys being here again. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Here's a great message. At least I didn't demote. It would be nice to get trophy though. Oh yeah, demoting would have been bad. Cause that would be like a big pain. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and raid Lucky. Appreciate all of you being here. We'll be back again next week for more Genshin shenanigans. Maybe not so much Genshin shenanigans because I think next week is probably just a dead week. It's just like a double leyline week or something that we're gonna have here. But we'll be doing some Genshin and then maybe we'll jump into Fate or more Wilds. I don't know. Might be Wilds. We do have something dropping in Wilds. Anyway. Bye bye. Yeah, appreciate you guys being here. Let's go say hi to Lucky. Although I realize like he's in the middle of ads right now. Lul. So we'll give it some time. Oh yeah, and we did finish it, so we got about 2 days to claim this. Okay, so that's perfect. Perfect timing. Yeah. Alright, let's go say hi to Lucky. I don't get ads, Kappa. Very nice. Alright. Then we'll allow you to say hi to Lucky. Alright, thanks guys. Take care. Appreciate y'all being here. Have a good night. And we're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye bye.